So then Trey mushroom stamped a girl at the Christmas party last night.
Welcome to the Guys Review, where
True story.
we review media, products, and experiences. The fact that you call for started, but I'm impressed y'all waited as long as you did to screw this up.
I didn't say anything.
I know.
To be fair, I said no, I wasn't ready.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that. I also was not listening to you.
You said you're ready. I said no. You said shut up. It was like I needed to do
It wasn't
a
a question. It was more of a statement. It wasn't ready. It was ready.
No, you said, are y'all ready?
Well,
Fuck it.
Yeah, I really wasn't going to listen to your answer. My name is Steven. I'm one of your 4 co-hosts. With us together, finally, again, as always, Chris, Trey, Tucker. Say hello, fellas.
Hey.
Hey.
How's it going? Merry Christmas.
Y'all sound super excited to be here.
Yeah.
I've been fighting a migraine all day today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I knew I was going to last night
Why? Just because of...
because I was just so tired.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was
you
like-
looked exhausted.
I was exhausted. And it was just like I was so tired that I knew like I was going to crash so hard
Yeah.
that
I don't blame
So
you.
hard.
So
hard.
crashed so hard.
So hard. All right. Well, before today, we're going to be reviewing the movie Home Alone, Christmas classic. This is Christmas week.
Why are you squeezing your breasts?
I don't know. I'm just touching myself. And but before, of course, we get into that, we will tell a little bit about ourselves and our weeks. And let's go Trey, me, Chris, Tucker. How's that sound? Trey, how was your week?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah. Went and saw family today with Whitney and Huck. And then, as Tucker alluded to last night, I did take a gummy dick and hit a girl in the forehead.
And we have it on video.
Yes.
And the old mushroom stamp right as I hit her.
And then you did this great little happy dance afterwards.
I think the little dance at the end was better than the actual slapping her in the face.
I think I'm going to see if I can figure out a way to make that a GIF. Just you, just back and forth, just dancing like that.
Please do. I'd love to be famous on the internet.
I know.
You probably will be, yeah.
I was going to say, I
can see
think I know
people
someone
using that.
in the produce stand group that knows how to do that. So I might message them and see.
Can that be my Christmas gift from you?
I'll try my damnedest. I really will. What else? You got anything else to add to your week?
Nah, not really.
Okay, cool.
Same old shit.
Same old shit. What? Any estimates on when you'll actually be in your new house?
January.
Sometime in January.
Yeah, after the repairs.
Polar plunge.
That's fine. Oh, speaking of which, like, this isn't really my news, but I'm going to share it. Like, right before this podcast started, Tucker took a shit and he ripped his ass off.
Thank you for throwing that in there. I think everyone's really glad to know that now.
Well, I mean, like, it's probably not just like a little paper cut. It's probably like a full-on tear. Just like first time he was hanging out with his uncle.
Oh.
I don't think there was a lot of hanging out. It was more like
Wrestling.
pushing in.
Wrestling, yeah.
Oh, fuck. All right.
What was that trick you said to do?
I learned that from my gay friend. He said, if you're ever having anal sex, the receiver. Clarify. Sorry, Tucker. The receiver is supposed to push out like they're trying to poop as the giver pushes in.
What does that do?
I really don't know, but that's what I was told from a gay guy, and he said,
I just picture like a dick fight.
What if he's like trolling
It's like
you?
a sword fight in like a tunnel.
Then he showed you.
No, he didn't show me. Thankfully, he just gave me the advice that I could use on my then girlfriend because she wanted to try anal and had never done it before.
What if he was like trolling you?
He could have been. I don't know. I've never researched that much.
I don't know either.
Did she shit the bed?
No.
Okay.
I mean, you're supposed to be cleaned out anyways. I mean, she didn't like douche or anything, but there was no poop. Thankfully.
I feel like there's always extra poop in there.
There probably is.
Yeah.
Well, this whole segment's went to the...
Yeah, this has gotten really off the rails already.
This is great.
Who's next up?
So my week was it was actually a pretty good week. I mean, it was real quiet. All the students have left, so been quiet at work. First of all, one of my coworkers, it was his birthday, and he didn't tell any of us. So, but his wife posted something on Facebook, so I went out with my boss's permission, took the card, and we threw him a miniature super soft birthday at our office. And I went out and got this is from Letterkenny, of course. So I got a cake that has like a rainbow on it, and I had the person at Kroger write on there, "Happy super soft birthday, Brian," in pink icing. And the funny thing is, she starts writing. She goes, "Oh, this is for a guy," and I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "You want me to use pink icing?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "You're sure?" And I was like, "Absolutely." So I go off to go get. I also got. I found candles that were like 2 horse ears and a unicorn.
Yep.
So I got those candles, and then I also got a balloon that was a unicorn balloon. So I got it all blown up. I went and got the cake, and as I'm walking to the front, some random person goes, "Oh, how old is she?" And I go, "I swear to God, I go, he's 32." And they were like, "What?" And I just kept. I didn't even stop. Didn't break stride. I was like, "He's 32," and they're like, what the fuck is going on? So yeah, so we got I've actually got the video. I'll show you all that later on. I've got the video of them recording me just because I surprised him with this cake and the balloon.
So what did he do?
He turned red in the face and he just was like, "Oh shit!"
I'm gonna have to do that to somebody.
It was pretty fun.
But I know that watches
Well,
Letterkenny.
I was gonna say, yeah, it helps that he watched
It
Letterkenny.
has to be somebody who knows Letterkenny.
So, and then, so speaking of Letterkenny, then Thursday night I was on the produce stand, had a good time there. We reviewed the episode 7 or whatever the last episode of the last season of season 9. Did that one, so that was a lot of fun with those guys, and of course,
So you were invited to the show.
I was.
I'm still awaiting my invitation.
well, hold your.
Yeah, fuck
hold
you,
your,
Al.
I was gonna say hold. I was gonna say hold it till the end. Al only listens until someone tells him to fuck off.
Well, that was me, not Trey. So he
Yeah,
still
that's
has to
true.
keep listening.
Yeah, Trey still hadn't said it.
So wait, there's a new episode, a new series, new season.
New season coming up.
out when?
It comes out on Christmas Day for Canada, day after Christmas for us. Boxing Day, as they call it.
Hey, you know what else comes out next week? Cobra Kai season 4.
Nice.
Is that next week?
Yeah,
Also, the Book of Boba Fett.
I was going to say Book of Boba Fett.
that's after Christmas though, right?
Oh shit!
24th.
So there's 2 seasons I won't be watching.
Christmas Eve.
Oh, but speaking of, I guess
think-
I'm going to plug their podcast on our podcast. They're doing an ag haul social on Christmas Eve also.
How
Produce
how
Stand.
about they plug our podcast on their podcast?
They do. I mean, when
Do
I
they
go on
really?
there, yeah, when I go on there for sure.
Oh.
Or if they just mention me, he'll know. Oh yeah, he's the host of the Guys Review.
I don't know. I don't listen to that crap.
I want Al to mention me
wouldn't
in his
know.
podcast.
The funny thing is,
I don't want to listen to a bunch of people going,
so
whole episode, y'all trying that maple syrup, eh?
Yeah, but Al says it he says with a Portuguese accent. It's really kind of weird.
yeah, they're not French Canadian, thankfully. But no, the funny thing is, like, so one of the other co-hosts, Matt, he's like, he said, admittedly, he never has really listened to podcasts, but he said he's trying to be reciprocal.
Well,
And so he's
not anymore.
So he's listened to ours, and so I'm on there, and we're talking. He goes, "Man, I want to go back. What's the episode? Where did this beef with Trey start? What episode were you on?" And I was like, "No, I have not been on the podcast yet." and Trey, Matt was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, man. Like, how do you explain this? It's just Trey being Trey." And Al goes, "Yeah, something about one of the first times he mentioned it. He's like, I don't care if Al lives or dies." And even Al's wife was like, she was like, "Oh my gosh, that's terrible." Don't you know?
Losers?
Those hosers? No, she only like that. She's sweet. So, and then let's see, Saturday night we had our Christmas party. Everyone came over for that. That was a whole lot of fun. I'm glad we did that. Again, Trey mushroom stamped a girl with a gummy dick that somebody got.
It was Tucker's.
It was Tucker's.
It was Tucker's gummy dick.
Have you tried any of those little baby dicks out of your bag of dicks?
No.
Why not?
We all had some.
Yeah.
We all had multiple.
Trey had a mouthful.
Yeah.
I had like 5 dicks in my mouth.
A
Fuck
new
you, Al.
record.
Now we can stop listening.
All right. Thanks for listening in, Al. I hope we get the full download. But yeah, other than that, and then the reason I was actually kind of late today was you're talking about being a nerd. I was playing Halo, the new Halo game, and I beat it tonight. I didn't
Nice.
realize, but I'll be honest with you. Like the ending was
The
kind of
campaign, right?
The campaign, yeah.
Yeah.
The ending was. I'm a little disappointed. I mean, it was a really good campaign. I enjoyed it, but like,
Why does this sound like your masturbation?
Oh.
Like you beat it and then like you're just disappointed.
Oh.
you're not wrong. But no, it was. I don't want to give anything away for that because it's only been out for like a week. But it was fun. But I was just, I was kind of
Wait,
surprised.
you
by
beat the campaign in a week?
Well, I only get to play like maybe an hour a day.
So you beat it in like 5 hours of gameplay.
Maybe it's longer than that.
The campaigns are usually pretty short.
yeah, no, I mean it was. I don't know.
I mean, like it should take longer than that though. I feel like you don't get your money's worth.
Maybe
Well,
it was
Halo
no, it
and
was
Call
like,
of Duty, and that they make
was-
their money from the multiplayer
Yeah,
stuff.
that's true too. But it was probably 10 or 15 hours. So maybe it was more than an hour a day in a week. So
Okay.
well, and like last Saturday, I don't think we really did anything. And Abby went home, so I did get like multiple hours in.
Well, I mean, it either seems like you're either really good at Halo or like it's just a really shitty game, and I don't know which.
I mean, I've been playing Halo for 20 years, so there is that. But I mean, there's also a lot of side missions.
You
and
want
stuff.
me to tell you what a boob touch touching a boob feels like?
No, I'm
Because,
good.
I mean, like,
I've got a kid.
We've already talked about this. It's like a bag of sand.
yeah. I mean, I'm just telling you. Like, I've been playing Halo for 20 years.
Yeah, well,
Lame.
no, it's just
Go
it's a
live
good
life.
series. It's a good series.
Go live life.
I do.
Go do anything else. Just like
Go
our
do
listeners
your
need to go do something.
abacadabra shit somewhere else.
One of my favorite memories is like with the first Halo game, going over to my buddy's apartment in college and like getting all the TVs together and everybody linking up all the things and just hanging out with like 16 people drinking beer and just playing Halo. Awesome, great time.
I was out talking to girls. What?
Good job. I had a girlfriend, so
What kind of beer were y'all
He was-
drinking?
probably Miller
Bud
Lite.
Light.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, what are you trying to get at? Zima?
I can just see
Was that
when
around
you were
then?
when you were playing Halo, Trey was finger banging a girl in the bathroom at Sky Bar.
Good for you. I was finger banging my girlfriend in the bathroom at my apartment. Or at my friend's apartment. I wouldn't have to finger bang her in my own bathroom. Just trying to keep it clean. I feel like changing the sheets today. Chris, how was your week?
Wow. Just segue right into that.
Yeah,
huh?
you like that?
Yeah, I know, right?
Speaking of changing the sheets, Chris,
know,
how was your week? Have you shit the bed this week, old man?
No, not this week.
Okay, good. I'm glad to hear that.
That implies he did it last week.
I
though.
know, right?
I went by Sam's. They got a big deluxe box of the Depends.
Yeah,
So
the
I'm
adult
good to go
diapers.
for a while.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
No, it's been kind of nice. We've had slow time at work also now. Now that football season's over with, all the college kids are gone, so it's kind of nice. Students are all out of school. Freaking tastic.
I know. I got over here in record time. Even leaving late, I still got over here faster than I normally would.
Yeah. There you go.
So, anything else you want to add?
Let me think about no.
Fuck's sake. That's the same questions every week. Tucker, how was your week, bud?
Nobody gives a shit.
Damn, fuck you, Jesus.
Look, my fucking candy here from last week is still here. By the way,
I haven't looked directly
Sorry, my
at you to
freaking
see if you're
candy.
going to do it. Like, you didn't even rev up. You didn't, like, do one of these, like, back
was
away and
waiting.
come close.
I was waiting, man. I knew it was happening.
Okay, USA.
Okay,
Take two. You want to try that again?
It wasn't a big week for me. Nothing really. Are you good?
What? I'm just hanging out.
Nah, just looking forward to Christmas coming up this week. Short work week. So other than that, nothing big.
Yep. Sounds exciting.
The other day, me and Tucker were talking,
I'm sorry.
and well, me too. He admitted that he takes Viagra so he doesn't roll out of bed.
you're giving him a lot of credit.
That's what he said. I don't know.
Yeah.
Call me tripod for a reason.
Oh, my God.
See, like that's.
I
what I'm
think
saying.
you're
You
the
gave
only
him
one
way
that
too
calls
much
you
credit.
tripod.
I mean, first of all, it's not implying it's a big dick. It just means like his little erection just means he can't roll over off the edge of the bed. It's this little kickstand.
I like that you did it with your finger and you not your pinky.
It's a little kickstand. I got short fingers. I got carny hands, man.
Maybe just excite.
I was wondering what that smell like cabbage was.
Yeah.
Does the Viagra just excite his Audi butthole? He gets it round
I
up.
hear he pushes out when he's taking it in.
That's how you get Audi
God.
butthole.
Oh, man. All right. Isn't that fine? All right. Moving on. Fan mail. So we actually don't have any fan mail, which is funny enough. But I do want to read y'all an email that I replied to because, I don't know, I found it funny. Do y'all ever get those, the invoice things where it's like, we're going to charge you, what is it, like $400 for Norton 360, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Y'all
Sure.
ever-
I don't get that because they know I'm poor.
I always get one for like an Amazon purchase.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I don't
Yeah.
buy anything.
Well,
why you send me this?
this was like during this past week. I got it during the middle of the day, and I got bored, so I decided I would reply back and see if they would, try to hook me in.
Yeah.
So this is what I wrote: invoice ID, whatever. And the funny thing is, there are 3 different names in this thing. It's from Ilian, and then it tags Norton CC 2021 at Outlook, and then it's from a guy named, in the email it says Aaron. So I got 3 different people. So I replied back. Wait, I am confused. I did not order, in all capitals, Norton 360 total protection for 1 year. And I've randomly capitalized letters just because I thought it would be funny, see if they did anything. There must be a mistake. Please don't not charge my banking account number. As of today, I will not retain the funds. Now, this whole next section is literally one big sentence. I put no periods in this. So,
Just like my girlfriends.
Jesus Christ. All right. I must implore you, Aaron, Ilian, and or Norton, how I must stop this transaction from occurring to me on this day so I do not lose the funds in my account that I must have to live and pay rent and buy food and clothes for my children as well as the adult members of my family, without which we will be homeless and hungry and naked, and which in this time of year, being so close to the holidays, Merry Christmas and or Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or whatever you celebrate where you are. But we are good Christians and will make this capital Christ, miss season very sad for all, as if all of us, if we have to pay for a year of Norton 360 total protection, and I would not be able to buy presents like fidgets for my children who are already going without so much in our trailer near the stream where we wash our overalls in the town of Beauregard. That was done torn up by tornadoes a few years ago. We were just trying to rebuild now, and we'll find it much harder to do so without $384 that is being taken from our accounts.
You're going to hell.
I'll save you a seat.
I appreciate that. And then last little bit. I hope you find it in your heart not to take the funds from my bank, especially because Elroy at the bank said he wouldn't let anyone else take money from our account after the last time we gave our bank account info number to a long-lost cousin of ours who died. He died and left us a large inheritance. And when his family was supposed to wire it to us, they accidentally took all the money, and we're still wanting them to send it back like they said they would. I love you. And I'd used Tucker's name, but I spelled it backwards, so it was recut. Weirdly enough, I've not gotten a response to that.
I wonder why.
I can't figure it out. It's very strange, strange. So, other than that, Twitter DM has been fun this week. Feel free to join us there if you want to. If you'd like to join our Twitter DM group, all you have to do is go to our Twitter, which is at @the_guysreview on Twitter. Like the tweet at the top of the page. We'll throw you in the group. You can make fun of us in real time, or you can send me an email and I'll read it to you if you want to. Beyond that, I guess it's time to move into the movie. Y'all ready?
What movie are we doing?
Home Alone.
I thought we were doing Die Hard.
It's all right. I didn't watch it either way.
Just kind of figured as much. All right, so Home Alone is directed by Chris Columbus, which he also directed both the Home Alone movies, Mrs. Doubtfire, the first two Harry Potter films, which I'm surprised you didn't watch this just on that alone. Trey.
No, because he didn't get good until the end of his career.
I didn't think his career was over.
It pretty much is now.
After Harry Potter.
He also chose to direct this movie after he was directing National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, so throwback to last week, but he left because of a personality clash with Chevy Chase.
Yep.
Pretty interesting, right?
No, John Hughes told him he had another movie he could do. Which was
this movie was written and produced by John Hughes.
Yes.
It stars Macaulay Culkin, Joe Pesci, Daniel Stern, John Hurd, and Catherine O'Hara. It was released on November 16th, 1990, on a budget of $18 million, which is $38.3 million today. Box office haul of $476.7 million back in 1990. That is just over $1 billion today.
Jesus.
That's amazing.
That's a crazy haul.
So how the fuck is Macaulay Culkin broke?
I don't think he is.
Well,
I mean, his parents.
He's Hollywood broke.
Well, his parents mismanaged his money. They spent it all basically on themselves. That's why he got emancipated when he was 14.
Probably.
Something
After,
like that.
after Richie Rich.
Yeah.
Was that why Michael Jackson was sodomizing him in Neverland Ranch?
I would not know.
Well, first of all, I don't think he was. I think Macaulay's come out and said
That never happened.
Yeah, they never had a romantic relationship.
It was probably inappropriate. I mean, it was definitely inappropriate as a kid. Michael
Yeah.
Jackson was an adult, but
Yeah. It's frowned upon to be sleeping over with little kids.
generally.
That's what Tucker says. I don't know. He keeps,
What's-
he
what-
keeps giving me these warnings. I don't know.
What's worse? What's worse in your mind, Trey? What's worse, having a spend the night party with little kids or punching little kids in the face?
Spend the night party's worse. I
guess-
get erections in the middle of the night.
Jesus. I think actually, I'm not going to lie, I think about that a lot too.
Isn't that right, Al?
And I,
You think about
Think about that a lot.
You think about Trey getting erections?
no. Oh my God. No,
I think that's fair.
no, because I worry
It's
about
like
I worry about my kid getting in bed with me or something like that. You know?
Really? You worried about accidentally fucking your kid?
No.
Oh,
Jesus fucking Christ, man.
dude!
I'm asking. I mean,
No.
that's where you just went.
No, that is not where I just
That's
went.
what I heard.
No, I just
You said I'm worried about her getting in bed with me. It's like,
no. Just no.
Stop.
I'm asking.
Fuck. All right, ratings. IMDb gave this a 7.6 out of
I've
10.
never once thought about fucking my kid.
Dude, please stop.
Damn, dude.
That's too far. Rotten Tomatoes has it at 66%, Metacritic at 63%, Google users You started.
78.
I don't want to go that high. I was last, so you go.
He's always last though, but so you go this time.
Okay, fine. He said 78. I'm going to go 73.
Price is Right, 79.
It's 93.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, they love this movie. Critics didn't like it
Sorry,
so
I had
much.
to go Price is Right.
No,
with
it's
that.
good. It's a good move.
Okay, Home Alone remains a highly popular Christmas movie in Poland, of all places.
Marcus, can you confirm?
He has to ask his wife. It is played every Christmas Eve in 2010.
He's too busy listening to Ace of Base.
Exactly. In 2010, nice. You finally worked it in.
Oh, Jesus. He kept saying he wanted to work with that in.
In 2010, they did not play Home Alone, which caused over 90,000 people, which is probably like all of Poland, to protest on Facebook. In 2016, over 4.4 million Poles turned in to watch Home Alone, and since 2010, its TV trailers include the tagline that acknowledges its popularity. Translated from the Polish bridge troll language, it says... What? That's what it said in the article. That's exactly what I copied from the article that I read this in.
Nailed it.
Thank you. Christmas without him, it's absolutely impossible. And this is back in 90. At the 12th Youth and Film Awards, Macaulay Culkin won Best Young Actor starring in a motion picture. The film was nominated for 2 Academy Awards, one for Best Original Score, which was written by John Williams, and the other for Best Original Song, Somewhere in My Memory. But both lost to Dances with Wolves and Dick Tracy, respectively.
First of all, Dick Tracy was horrible.
I know, right? I didn't know it won an Academy Award,
Yeah, and also, like,
but for like music. So
if this is like your go-to Christmas movie, is it to like explain to the kids like why they don't have presents?
because they're home
Why
alone.
Santa didn't come? Because the entire country's too damn dumb to like give them presents.
I'm impressed they have TV.
Well, I mean,
All right,
probably not smart enough to plug it in.
first time you saw the movie, Trey?
Whenever it came out,
Yeah, back in the 90s.
yeah,
Yeah, fair. Did you see it in theaters? Or you think you saw it at home?
both.
Yeah.
Oh, me.
Oh, actually, I guess it's me. It was the same thing, theater.
Yeah,
So I think I saw it multiple times.
yeah.
So
How old were you?
in 90,
Oh, yeah,
I was
90.
8 or 9. No, 7 or 8.
I was 6. So yeah.
I did tell a kid the summer after that Macaulay Culkin was going to come to my birthday party. I did. I sent him a letter and an invite, and he never showed up.
I'm shocked.
Me too. Who wouldn't want to come to Birmingham, Alabama, from L.A.?
It wasn't Birmingham. It was
Oh,
Vestavia.
That's fair.
Vestavia. I was just like LA.
Chris,
It's the LA of Alabama. How's that?
No, that's Lower Alabama.
I was gonna say we're in L.A. technically right now, Lower Alabama. Chris,
Huh? Oh, I remember. So I can remember all this and all.
You were in
'cause,
high school though.
No, close to it though. I was in 7th grade when it came out, and I remember watching it in 8th grade though.
nice,
So I remember watching it on VHS tape when my dad had a shop.
of course.
But I remember doing a book report on this in 8th grade.
How the fuck did you do a book report?
There was a
on movie?
novelization. There was a novelization.
What?
Did you do it on the novel?
Fuck
Or?
it. I did a report on it. Whatever you want to say. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
I mean, it was English class, so it doesn't matter. Probably
Well,
didn't.
it's-
Let's really face it. I probably didn't read too many books back then, anyways. Teacher probably felt bad. She was probably like, "Let's just."
So you didn't read a whole lot, but then you give us the Lot Lizard from Exit 62.
Back then,
It's
I
a
did.
funny movie. That's a funny
but
book.
Back then, I didn't know. I probably didn't start reading like books, like getting into books reading until 24, 25.
Why
Years
is it
old.
that the homeschool kid always like flaunts how smart he is versus the public school kids?
Which is sad because he's not that smart.
I know.
All I said was I didn't know there was a book.
Sure, there is. There's a book on everything now. I bet there is a book, isn't there?
There
Let me
is.
fucking
There
check
is a
this.
there is a
He
novelization of Home
said
Alone.
it, yeah.
There you go.
And I'll,
I'm sure it didn't come out then though. But you
no,
know.
it came out around the time as the movie.
There you go.
Yeah.
Probably to capitalize on all the fame of the movie.
There's a tie-in somewhere which basically the novelization explains a little bit more about. Actually, I know exactly. It's in
So I
the,
said the wrong word. I didn't mean book report. I did
You,
report.
you explain it to me like I'm giving you shit about it. Like,
No, right? No,
I
I'm
knew
just-
what you meant.
I'm just looking at you while I'm saying it.
I'll tell you where I got
Surprised
the,
you guys aren't holding hands and looking longingly into each other's eyes right now.
That was last night when they were sharing gummy dick.
It's that blue sweater he has on. I kind of like it. Little hoodie.
It's fucking
I like
nice
that.
color of blue.
It is a nice color blue. I like that.
Florida
Man.
blue.
It's like Auburn High School blue.
It's royal. Yeah.
There you go. All right, here we go. Ready to go?
Wait,
you
hold
go.
on. Wait. Oh, yeah, we're done. Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, Tucker, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
First time
I
saying
knew
something.
somebody. Did y'all watch it in the cult?
On the compound.
No, my dad took me to see this movie when I was.
He actually
when
hated it
in
because
theaters.
he was afraid about being home alone with his uncle.
Every Saturday night.
But yeah, my dad took me to see it in the movie theater,
Oh,
so I
that's
remember seeing it when it, right when it came out.
Gotcha. All right, cool.
So when your uncle was laid off from the plant, and he moved into your room, was that a problem?
Not for the uncle.
Anyway, let's start with the movie.
Steven's
It's
crying.
so terrible. I feel so bad because I've talked to his uncle and it's so nice. This is so fucking funny.
Hey, were y'all in, did y'all have a 2-story house when you grew up, Tucker?
We had a split level.
Split level?
Yeah.
I didn't know trailers could be split level.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, I understand in Beauregard after the tornadoes, but I don't know about
Oh my God.
Fuck, dude.
If it lands there, it's mine.
Sanctuary. Oh, Jesus.
Fuck,
I have no idea. All right.
How did we get so far off the
I really don't know. All right. Okay, so the film opens as the McAllister family is preparing to spend Christmas in Paris with a large family gathering at Peter and Kate's home on the night before their departure. The youngest son, Kevin, is the subject of ridicule by his older siblings, as well as the rest of the family. A friendly police officer is also amidst the chaos, checking to make sure that everything will be secure if they're traveling during Christmas. Kevin inadvertently ruins the family dinner like a pube in the macaroni, and thanks. After his brother taunts him and eats the last piece of cheese pizza. In the scuffle, a drink is knocked over and their tickets to Paris are doused, resulting in Kevin being called a jerk by his uncle and getting sent to the attic as punishment. On his way up, he berates Kate, the mom, and wishes that his family would disappear. During the night, heavy winds damage power lines and phone lines, which cause a power outage and resets the alarm clocks, causing the family to oversleep. In the confusion and rush to get to the airport, Kevin is accidentally left behind.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Going back to what we were just talking about, the novelization. So everyone always asks, what do they do? How can they afford, the house and this trip for 15 people to Paris? The novelization covers that. It explains that Kevin's parents, the dad is a quote-unquote successful businessman and the mom is a fashion designer,
Oh, that explains it.
which also helps explain why they had all the mannequins.
Yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense. Though.
Yeah,
They don't really go into that in the movie.
Nope.
Probably cut it. I bet you there was a scene that explained some of it.
probably.
I don't know.
So, how the fuck do you screw up that
Yeah,
bad?
I
I know
can't-
you're running. I know the power went out and they overslept, but how do you screw up that bad to leave a kid?
I mean, it's unrealistic.
When you're going to
just
Paris.
bluntly.
I will say this: I have watched the deleted scenes. And
Oh, really?
I didn't see any there about that.
No, I'm not, because I'm just saying.
But it
you know,
doesn't mean that there wasn't one that I didn't see.
you do the whole willing suspension of disbelief thing, but even with that, leaving an 8-year-old while
Well,
you're going
okay.
to Paris for 2 weeks.
Okay, we talked about this last night. So the thing is first of all, when they did the head count, because there's so many kids, that one kid sneaks into the car.
The neighbor.
All right,
I
so
know
that's
that,
first.
but-
So then you get to the airport and you're giving out the tickets. His gets mistakenly thrown in the trash can.
Which they
When the-
show
when
in
the
that
soda
scene.
spills.
But was it mistakenly thrown away? I contend that this was the abused kid of this family. There's always one that isn't the favorite.
You're such a disease.
Yeah. And the parents were even hateful to this kid. So
Could be. But either which way it goes, they had the tickets all.
But he
counted
was a little
for.
whiny too. I mean, maybe he deserved a little bit of
Yeah,
it.
he was a little bratty at the beginning.
I don't know.
But you would think a kid that is that much of a problem as he is
Wouldn't be left behind and forgotten.
you would keep an eye on him constantly
It's fair too.
as a parent. You'd be like, "Where is that guy at?"
Where's that little fucker?
Of course, now the problem with
Where's
this
that
also is
guy
that
at?
we've had kids that have been left in cars and died in hot cars.
Yeah, but
This
it's
is-
usually by
That's intentional,
drug
usually.
addict parents. It's not
Not always.
It's usually not decent human beings that forget their kid. Never once have I left Huck in the car, which is amazing
I
because
thought that's what y'all did last night.
Wow. All right. It wasn't
wasn't
100
hot.
It wasn't 100 degrees outside.
Yeah, he was fine. He was
Yeah.
fine. He was wrapped up, taped in.
Yeah,
all
I mean,
good.
the dogs were in there, the windows were up. I mean,
Yeah.
it's totally fine, right?
He was totally fine in that kennel. I've actually got a picture of Abby, my daughter. She's
She's over here.
Huh?
In our kennel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got multiple pictures actually of her in kennels now that I think about it, because there's one in your kennel. There's one in the kennel we have at home as well. She would get in there and be like, Dad, close the door. And I'm like, all right. And I'll take a picture. And she's just smiling, big blue eyes.
That needs to accidentally get sent to DHR.
Yeah, I let her out after a couple hours.
Can we acknowledge like the star-studded cast is in this? Like Pete from Pete and Pete's
Mm-hmm.
in this.
Yes.
Kieran Culkin's in this.
Yep.
And then Macaulay. I mean,
Yeah.
other than that, nobody else is famous than Joe Pesci.
I mean,
Daniel Stern. Yeah.
But I think at the time, like he wasn't really huge. I don't really remember him from anything.
Joe Pesci had been in Lethal Weapon.
I said
before
Joe
this.
Pesci.
You're-
So,
Are
Oh,
you talking about
You
Daniel
said-
Stern?
Yes, Daniel Stern.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I don't really remember him from anything.
so
He's usually been a supporting character.
we went over. Wow, that actually covers over a lot of area, because you have the part where they've already left at the airport, right? They're
Yes.
about to. So we've already gone over where the neighbor they see out in the yard, right, shoveling salt.
Yeah, the old
right?
man.
Oh, yeah. Old man Murley.
This isn't the part yet where he goes to Butch's box, right?
No,
Not yet.
not quite yet.
well, the South Bend Shovel Slayer, which we haven't really gotten to him yet, that was Robert Blossoms. He's been in a ton of shit.
That's
Yeah.
what we were just talking about.
The older, yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking up what all he's been in.
What was he in?
The
From TV or
Tell me something I know.
something that's The Quick and the Dead.
Okay.
I don't know. Have you has your older one ever had an outburst like that? The I hate you. I want you all to go away.
No.
That sort of thing. I know it'll happen one day. I'm just not looking forward to mine.
Yeah, mine hasn't because
He can't even talk.
he'd be on the first thing like smoking out of here.
See you.
Send him back to where he came from.
I don't think.
No, I'm on sending to China.
I don't think my oldest one will do that.
No, she's too chill. She's too chill.
I think Olivia has a little problems with her emotions, so that could possibly be her one day.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I could see
So-
I could see Abby doing it when she gets older. Not
not anytime.
not
soon.
anytime
But see,
soon.
she's his age. He's supposed to be 8
but
years old.
Abby's more emotionally mature than that.
I agree.
You know,
But you get her tired and hungry.
Yeah.
But I do remember as a
That way
kid,
you're all
obviously.
quiet.
I know.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid identifying with Kevin, but watching this now, again, trying to be critical of it as an adult. Yeah, he's kind of a little bitch.
Douchebag.
There's no way I would have said something like that to my mom and dad.
Yeah.
My dad would have probably taken me off to the woods somewhere and been like, "I'm not going to play back home now."
Good
You know?
luck.
Good
That's
luck.
true. Your dad might have done that.
Yeah.
From the stories we've heard.
so it's learned
Yeah.
behavior.
I love my
definitely.
dad, though. I think my dad was great.
No, I know.
He did his
I've
great
got-
job,
that's-
but-
Hang on, we can't
but
gloss
he
over
is.
this would have been learned behavior because, like, if he had done this to Chris, then like this is why Chris did it to that poor girl when he dropped her off in Georgia.
Maybe this one happened. Maybe I watched Home Alone. I thought this is a great idea.
No, but I mean,
See ya.
you look at that. You look at Kevin as a kid, and just as an adult, it's like, oh, or as a kid, you're like, oh, he's edgy, he's cool,
Yeah.
whatever. Now as an adult,
I understand what he's feeling.
Now as an adult, you're like, somebody beat that little kid's ass.
Seriously, the note that I wrote is all the kids could use some better parenting because Buzz was an asshole to him.
Hey, Buzz, yeah.
well, I
all
mean,
the
like,
kids
these
were
are
little
shitty
shitheads.
parents, but like if you have 11 kids, you're a shitty parent. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way you can give them
You're
the
a
attention.
shitty parent that doesn't know how to use birth control.
Yeah, pretty much. But like, so they got to be.
I mean,
Catholic.
the whole premise of this movie is shitty parenting
Yeah,
because you left a kid.
But
So-
I contend though that Buzz was. I identify it like with Buzz as an older brother. Like he was just eating his pizza and he was attacked by the younger sibling.
If that's the way you saw that,
Yeah, that's how I see it. Buzz is
As an
the
older
hero.
sibling,
Buzz is the hero.
intentionally eating the younger brother's last pizza, cheese pizza.
I want to go back to one thing.
As a
real quick.
younger brother, you're wrong.
In one of the scenes here, you see where the uncle is pushing the chair back, right, and almost pushes the boy.
Yeah,
his kid.
All right, if you watch it, you'll
it's
notice
done in reverse.
Well, you'll notice that the chair kind of has a bend bounce to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
It's made of rubber.
Oh, yeah. That makes
Okay,
sense.
that makes sense.
I thought they would have done it in reverse, had it smashed, and then pulled it away.
No, it's made of rubber.
Huh.
Just a random thing.
Here's something else that wouldn't it be really strange for a cop to be going door to door asking about your security? I mean, I've never had that happen. Now,
Yeah.
granted, I live on kind of a poor streets.
I mean, this is Chicago in the '90s, though.
Exactly.
I mean, he's
It
probably
was-
patrolling, making sure like the decent people in Chicago were not like.
Well, this
already-
wasn't a really nice neighborhood, obviously.
Yeah, they weren't Southside Chicago.
Yeah, making sure like they didn't have any like invaders like just walking around like ready to
But
rob
you still
them.
don't go. You still
Like an
don't
invader
go
dressed up as a cop checking on their security.
Well, you don't know. Maybe one of those like newer cops or something like that, and he's like just trying to see which houses he needs to really.
You
look
still
after,
don't
which
go
ones he
door to
don't.
door though. I mean, even now we'll put out little road signs saying lock your doors
Yeah.
and shit like that.
I guess my point is this. I'm not necessarily questioning if they would or would not do it, but me as a homeowner or whatever, I would be like, why is this cop doing? Because I wouldn't expect that, you know?
He
Nowadays.
forgot his fucking kid. Like, you think this is the most attentive fucking human being?
Well, if he's a successful businessman, obviously he's got to have some smarts to him.
Or he's just really,
I
really
think it's
lucky.
also a different time
You know,
and era.
I find like having $1 million house in Chicago probably means like you have employees that fucking run the business for you day to day.
Just show up and sign some shit.
You did some shit to get it to that point, though.
Did you? Or did he inherit the
I
money?
was going to say, could be inherited.
Yep.
Again, with that point being said, we don't know if they're in like one of those community neighborhoods.
Oh, where
Community
it's
watch
like
kind of thing?
Yeah, where it's like police.
So maybe
by
they're
private.
thinking that this is like a private
Yeah.
police unit or something
fair.
like that.
Okay, I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Oh, wow. You're so generous.
I know, right? You have been blessed. I will allow it. All right, you ready to move? Here we go. All right, so Kevin wakes up to find.
Fuck, dude.
Why?
Jesus.
It was staring at me.
Get rid of him then, Jesus.
It'll be there next week.
I know, Lily. All right. Kevin wakes to find the house empty and, thinking his wishes come true, is overjoyed with his newfound freedom. Cue the musical montage and doing all the things that he wanted to do without his family around, and calls out thinking that it may be a prank. He soon becomes frightened by his next door neighbor, Old Man Marley, who is rumored to be a serial killer who murdered his own family, as well as Harry and Marv, the so-called wet bandits, which is what Chris called his moonshine operation during Prohibition. Get it, wet bandits?
Yeah, and I want.
It was all right. I don't see y'all trying. No, the wet bandits are pair of burglars that have been breaking into other vacant houses in the neighborhood and have targeted the McAllister's house, leaving their signature of the sinks running
Sorry.
and overflowing.
That's what the girls called me back in the day.
The wet bandit. Wait, were you still in their?
Because you never
wet-
could please them?
I was gonna say, are you still in their wet panties or something, or bandit? You know.
Got them wet and then abandoned them?
Yes to all the above.
Kevin tricks Harry and Marv into thinking that the family is still home by throwing a fake Christmas party with mannequins tied up and made to look like they were moving, forcing them to put their break-in plans on hold. There you go. That little section there.
Yep.
Fair amount. I can't remember. I guess, yeah, it's weird that I didn't put in about Marley earlier, where you learn about the legend and then it brings him up again.
The
this
South
time.
Bend Shovel Slayer.
Yep.
I'm just going to jump straight to that little party that Kevin threw.
Sure.
I don't give a damn. 8 years old, you're not going to be able to rig something like that
No.
up. It's just not possible.
And again, that's the fun, though. I remember as a kid going, man, that was
That
so
would be
cool.
so
I wish I
cool,
could do
So
that.
is that the first part of the movie? You're like, oh wait, that'll never fucking happen.
I don't know, man. As you're saying that, like, I swear you can talk to my like mom and all. She'll tell you there's some stuff that we did back in the day that my parents were both like, how in the hell did they do that? You know, like.
Do y'all know of any? I can't think of any from Vestavia. Any old man Marley legends like you know, oh, this guy, he killed 15 kids. We don't go to his house. You know, that sort of thing. Y'all have any of those from where you're from?
I can't think of any.
Any urban legends?
I mean, we had some quote unquote haunted houses that,
Yeah.
you know, the kids wouldn't go to, but
Yeah.
I can't think of any serial killer rumors or legends that we had.
child killers, child eaters, whatever.
No.
Okay, well, just thought I'd ask.
Hey, no, you've probably got one, don't you? The Headless Horseman wasn't that?
Yes. My older cousin was Ichabod.
I was gonna say your buddy Ichabod.
We look a lot alike if you look at us.
I wrote this down also, and this is just, I don't know, one of those things that, so when Kevin first gets up and he's walking around looking for people and he goes into the kitchen, he turns on the TV, right? That house was chaos hours before, right?
Right.
That house
Totally
was
clean. Spotless.
totally spotlessly clean.
The maids came in while he was still sleeping.
Bullshit. I mean,
You got a house like
Well-
that, you got maids.
Here's the thing. He got sent to bed, right? So we don't know what
In
happened within
the
the
attic.
hours.
in the attic.
In the attic, right? Away where he doesn't know what's going on. We don't know if they made him clean up the house before they left.
Can we just acknowledge that this is a 4-story house? Like, am I the only one?
Three stories.
No.
It's got a basement.
There's
Basement.
a
That's right, yeah, basement.
Basement,
ground floor, upstairs,
floor.
and then the attic.
And then the attic.
So really, it's 2 floors with an attic and a basement.
Which is called 4 floors.
Depends on
4-story
how-
house.
Yeah, depends on how you want to list it.
It's 4 stories. I mean, like 4 different levels.
Okay.
Well,
No, if the basement's underground, I mean, in ground.
well, yeah, no. I guess
It counts.
well, it can be 4 levels, but I mean, but then you have to you clarify with heating, cooled space.
Well, I mean, there's
Square
a furnace
footage.
down there, so there's obviously heated.
Yeah, but it's heating for the other house. It's not ducted. It's not ducted.
It could be duct.
It could be.
I mean, because like you have the furnace downstairs, it's gonna.
I feel like it's got to
Yeah,
have.
it's gonna
At least the
give
other 2
off
floors.
heat.
I would feel like it has to have some type of way of keep. I mean, they got the washer and dryer down there,
Well-
so you'd have to probably keep a way of keeping moisture and everything else
It's
out.
underground.
Yeah, but like here's the thing.
Again, you still have to keep a way of keeping.
And we know it's
moisture and everything
underground
else out.
because later in the movie, Daniel Stern's character falls down the stairs to get into the basement.
And then the attic has to be heated, or else you couldn't make a kid fucking sleep up there. Like, I mean, or else it really is like
There was not even any insulation up there.
Yeah, there's some fucking.
And there's a
neglect going
door
on
to
and
the
shit.
basement to the outside.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I feel like I feel like it could have been where you could complete it out.
I mean, great. Okay, and this is Chicago, so obviously it's a little. I'm just thinking about like the house that I had that had a basement was not heated and cooled, and it had the washer and dryer in it.
Yeah, but we're in the South.
You had
It's
the
a little
outside door
different.
too.
Yeah. Huh?
Do you have outside door too?
Yeah.
Too?
It had. I mean, it was a garage. So it was garage doors.
Garage doors.
Yeah, but it wasn't heated and cooled.
I don't know. Maybe it's. I mean, you could set it. You could still set it up. So
Also, and here's one of those things that you don't find believable. This whole movie would have been over if Kevin just went to a neighbor's house that was home. Of course, now that they're saying that the whole street, the whole block is gone,
except for the serial killer.
well, except for old man Marley. But so, I mean, again, the realisticness of that, of like literally everyone on your street being gone for the week of Christmas.
yeah.
What, you don't take vacations with your neighbors?
No, not so much.
Oh, you got to remember too. It's a rich neighborhood.
Yeah.
One of
Yeah.
the richer neighborhoods.
Everybody
so
has
it's
the
very
means to
plausible.
leave.
You would think with a house like that, he'd be having everybody at his house.
Exactly. Like I understand why they went. They're going to Paris. It was to visit the brother, right? That's why they.
But you look at the houses across the street, and you see this later in the movie. They're nothing like. They're nothing
not,
palatial like the McAllister house.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. They're like little
They're-
Cape Cod.
Yeah, they're probably 1,500 square feet homes as opposed to what was that one? 6,000 square feet.
4,500.
4,500.
Fucking
Oh, only
poor people.
4,500.
I've got some info about that later on.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
For your trivia,
For the trivia.
there you go. Dun, 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 dun.
All right. So Kay realizes mid-flight that Kevin was left behind, and upon arrival in Paris, the family discovers that all flights for the next 2 days are booked. Peter and the rest of the family stay at his brother's apartment in Paris, while Kate manages to get a flight back to the U.S. into Dallas, but she only gets as far as Scranton, Pennsylvania, which I did not know that's where Scranton was. Did y'all know that?
Scranton.
Pennsylvania.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, I don't know.
I feel like we've heard plenty of movies mention this up.
Scranton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just one of those weird.
There's a famous
know, I
TV
think it-
show. God, if only I knew what it was that was based in Scranton. The Office.
Oh, never seen it.
No, never seen
I've seen a
Office
couple
before.
episodes, but
I don't like the mockumentary style.
Fair enough.
Okay, so she gets to Scranton, Pennsylvania. She attempts to book a flight to Chicago, but again, everything is booked. Unable to accept this, Kate is overheard by Gus Polinsky, the lead member of a traveling polka band, who offers
polka.
to let her travel with them to Chicago on their way to Milwaukee in a moving van, which she, of course, gratefully accepts. Kevin goes shopping and inadvertently steals a toothbrush when Old Man Marley appears beside him. Meanwhile, Harry and Marv finally realize that Kevin is home alone, and on Christmas Eve, Kevin overhears them discussing plans to break into his house. Kevin starts to miss his family and asks the local Santa Claus impersonator if he could bring his family back for Christmas. He goes to church and watches the choir perform, then meets Old Man Marley, who dispels the rumors about him. He points out his granddaughter in the choir, whom he never gets to meet, and as he and his son are estranged, Kevin suggests that he should reconcile with his son.
Okay. So deleted scene in there.
Okay.
In the part where they're running in the Paris airport, originally they have family in Paris.
Yeah, it's his
And
brother.
they talk about
yeah,
that.
they hold up the sign and they run right through the sign, but it's deleted.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Oh, that's interesting. I guess they're running. Why? Are they,
They're trying to hurry up and get so that they can
get back on the
get
fly.
back, yes.
Okay. All right.
That would have been funny to see.
Yeah, I agree with
Welcome
that.
to Paris.
It's printed out on that long printer paper, you know?
Yeah, the
So-
dot matrix paper.
Yeah. So it's like this long, just like printed out paper thing of it and all. Deleted scenes there. You can watch it.
I realized watching it this time, excuse me, that this whole thing only takes place over 3 days.
And John
Yeah.
Candy only got paid $400 for his part.
Really?
Yep.
Must have been a favor to John Hughes.
It exactly was. He got
I
paid
also
less
read that-
than the pizza guy did.
I also
Really?
no
Yes.
shit.
He
Oh,
got
I didn't-
paid
I
less
didn't
than the
read
pizza
that.
guy.
I also read that John Hughes like ad libbed all of his lines. There
John
was
Candy?
John Candy.
Yeah.
He ad libbed all of his lines.
He's a fucking treasure, and I hate that he's not here anymore.
Yeah, Uncle Buck.
Just anything he did. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh yeah.
Which is how Macaulay Culkin got his role, was from
Uncle Buck. That's true.
The problem is, though, he's Canadian, and if there's anything that I can tell you is I hate an overweight Canadian. Fuck you, Al.
He's not overweight.
He could be.
I've seen him.
In my mind, he is.
His
No,
name
for
is,
instance, I can show you a picture of him.
To be fair with him, his
Al?
name is Al though, and most people you think of Al, you always think of kind of overweight.
I don't know.
Except for Al Bundy.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, his name is.
Nice.
Al Bundy was kind of overweight on that show. though.
And so
That
Al,
motherfucker scored 4 touchdowns in a single game.
yeah,
With
that
the
was,
Polk High
right.
Panthers.
in the,
But on
high
the
school
show, he
what
was
it, high
singing.
school
Yeah.
state championship.
He was perceived as overweight though.
Hey, little piece of trivia for you guys. My fantasy football team at work is the Polk High Panthers.
That's why it's the last place team.
Yeah. I'm trying to say this. Well, I don't even
then
know
just say it.
I know. Sorry, I'm trying to. Marley knows.
Did you understand a word he just said? Just then?
Sorry, I don't know. My
I think
brain
he had a
glitched.
seizure.
Or a stroke?
So Marley knows that kids are saying this random. I was trying to read what the thing was about because I didn't remember. He knows that kids say this stuff about him, and he does nothing about it.
What are you going to do? Threaten him with a fucking shovel?
Yeah, like, I'm
Like-
not a fucking killer. You know.
Yeah.
I just think it's just weird. You know. I just think that
What,
you know.
what the fuck are you going to do? Like,
No.
like, how are you?
Okay,
I'm not a murderer.
He's like 70, and do you really think he gives a flying fuck what the neighborhood
Probably
kids
not.
say about him?
Yeah, man doesn't even have a relationship with his own fucking son. Like, you think he's worried about what the McAllisters think?
Which, by the way,
Those motherfuckers left an 8-year-old in that goddamn house.
Okay.
I get that Kevin is trying to help. I felt that his you should just call your kid up and talk to him. Like you're talking about years of whatever has been going on between them. I just found that I found the comment a little bit snarky and snide.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that.
But also
it,
ignorant, though.
if it came from somebody our age, yes, but you're looking at this through the eyes of an 8-year-old. How many times do you tell your kid just to call your friend and make up? Or, you know, if Abby says something mean to Liv and they get into a little fight, how long does it last? Call Liv and tell her you're
3
sorry.
minutes.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
Maybe
Say
3
you're
minutes.
sorry.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. And
Usually, don't need to take that. Usually, they're over it before then.
yeah, I don't even.
But that's what I'm trying to say is it's life through the eyes of an 8-year-old.
No, I mean that's fair. I guess it's also that the part of the movie where he's starting to miss his family. After one day, he's already starting to miss his family.
It's like a day and a half.
Well, I mean, just like you said, all that chaos and everything else. I mean, it's quiet in the house. Something
Yeah.
that's not, normal. Like, it probably didn't take long for him to realize, like, I really miss that.
Yeah, but at the same time, like,
There's nobody to fix my Cheerios in the morning.
no, but the thing is, the kid fucking survived, like, those 3 days, like,
Oh, like a
whatever, however
champ.
long. Yeah, so, like, fuck that. Like, I don't fucking need him.
I mean, he did, especially that whole thing of him going to the grocery store and the army pin for the kids.
I have a coupon for that.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that. That's it. I remember at the time it was so adult, but now watching it again as an adult, it's just like that's. I mean, I get the humor in there
Yeah.
for us now as adults, but it's funny for kids because you're mimicking your parents and what they do. When we go to the grocery store, Abby every time she likes to scan the stuff. I'll put it in the bag and then I give her my card, and she likes to do the card and put the code in and everything.
Liv does that, too.
Yeah,
And Ella usually likes to go in there with our card and go buy her own stuff.
by herself.
And I get scared.
Yeah, that's
Because there ain't no telling
fair.
what all
There's
she's going to
no
come out
idea.
with.
That
I'm
is-
going in here for just this. She comes out with like 4 bags. Oh, whoa.
Go get ground beef, macaroni and cheese, and toilet paper.
That's all. Coming out with like eye masks and shit.
Yeah, there you go.
How did I know?
You're nailing it.
How did I know?
No. Yeah. So, anyways, shit.
No. Yes.
passionate
All
now.
right.
So the wet bandits, right?
Yeah.
Because before we get to the whole part where he's setting up the traps and all,
Way to have a spoiler there, man. Jesus.
I mean, if you ain't seen this movie,
I know, right? 30 years on.
Yeah. So, Joe Pesci, right?
Yep.
His Harry, right? His character and all is supposed to be the reason why he's breaking into houses is because it's like a Grinch mentality. He feels like everybody has, given up on the whole idea of Christmas and everything else, and it's just about money and everything. That's the reason
Materialism.
Materialism. So that's why he's going around breaking into houses and taking stuff.
Well, and
What about Marv?
They have a whole scene with that. This is a
just a
deleted
sidekick.
scene.
I did read a little
know
piece
that.
of trivia about that. Apparently, Joe Pesci, and I know it's going to be a shocker for you guys since we just did My Cousin Vinny. He is a very foul-mouthed little person. Apparently, the director had to remind him this was a kid's movie, and he had to substitute the word fridge for fuck because he was saying fuck too many times during the movie.
Well, he came up with that whole
Yeah.
like Yosemite Sam kind of deal.
Which is funny because this movie started off as a Warner Brothers.
Yeah, that's
production.
true. That's true.
Really?
And then they went over their budget. They only got $10 million.
Because it was what, New Line Cinema?
No, it wasn't New Line. It was Fox.
Oh, okay.
It's
Because it's on
funny.
Disney Plus.
They said Pesci was mean to Macaulay Culkin the whole filming.
He avoided him.
Yeah,
Bit his hand.
yeah, you really bit him.
He
Yeah,
really did bite his hand.
yeah, to make it real.
So he's a method actor.
Actually, he is. Or at least for this one, he was.
Okay. Hey, so up in the attic when he's going through Butch's stuff, right?
Yeah.
He pulls out a picture of Butch's girlfriend.
It's a boy.
It's a boy.
It's the,
Made up
it's
to
the
look like
director's son, right?
Because
I
they
think
felt
it's-
it would be too cruel to pick on a girl.
Yeah. It was. I think it's the assistant director's son. They made up like a girl. But your girlfriend, wolf.
Yeah.
God, can you imagine doing that to a girl today in a movie?
Well, even back
Well,
then,
I would do
though.
it.
I mean, they that's the reason why they didn't do it back then. It was too cruel.
I mean, it was if they made up a boy to look like a girl, and so you got this really ugly quote unquote girl. I think it'd be acceptable today.
Can you imagine putting Trey
Maybe
in
not.
drag? Woof.
That is a wolf. got an Adam's apple as big as your balls.
No, my balls are bigger. I got huge balls.
Small dick, big balls.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Makes it look smaller.
That is way more information than I ever wanted to know about you.
Got an enlarged prostate too. You want to know that?
No. Do you self check or?
Yeah, I go in there once a week.
Yep, still there. There's a magic button that makes me see rainbows.
Rainbows and unicorns.
Yep, but it's just about 2 inches inside.
Thank you,
Okay.
Chad Daniels.
Do what?
It is a Chad Daniels.
Yeah,
I
it
couldn't
is.
remember who it was. All right, so Kevin returned home and rigs the house with booby traps to take on the burglars. Harry and Marv attempt to
Say
bring.
burglars.
You missed one of the best parts of the movie.
Hang on,
though.
did he just have burglars?
I think so.
Burglars.
Burglars?
Burglars.
You said
Yeah, we
burglars.
Burglars.
You added an extra syllable in there.
Yeah, you put like an E in there or something.
You missed one of the best parts of
He's
the
not
movie.
being burgled.
When they go to when Marv goes to break into the house and Kevin catches him and he puts the firecrackers in the little pot.
Oh yeah, I know. I skipped
Filthy
that, yeah.
animals.
Yeah, yeah, and we didn't even really mention the angels with filthy souls.
Snakes. I know that name, Snakes.
If this movie was done nowadays, that would actually be a movie.
What do you mean? Like they would actually make that
yeah,
movie?
they would actually make that into a movie.
Well,
Well-
I know they filmed that little scene just for the movie, but,
Yeah.
and it had a
And they
it had a
filmed
name.
other parts too, because they did for the second one was angels with filthier wings or something like that.
Angels with your souls.
Filthier souls. Yeah, that was the second one
Yeah,
for the second movie.
but I'm shocked that
Is that a southern thing? I did say burglars, but I mean I just added a syllable.
It's you.
I don't know. Harry and Marv
Struck
attempt to break
brain.
in, but Kevin begins the. You see if you catch this reference. But Kevin begins the moving meditation on pain. Some arguing that is an expose on mind over matter. Anything? Anyone?
Yeah, if you don't mind, it don't matter.
That's what Coach and Letterkenny referred to Home Alone as. I thought it was funny. He starts by shooting Harry in the nuts with a pellet gun. Marv then puts his head through the doggy door to check and catches a BB to the forehead. Harry then goes around the front, slips on the icy stairs as Marv does the same down the back stairs. Marv enters, and when he attempts to shine the light, is hit in the face with a fucking iron. As Harry makes it up the spicy stairs, he grabs the red hot door handle and burns an M into his hand. We cut back to Marv going up the tar covered stairs when his bare foot steps on a nail and he tumbles backwards down the stairs. This was a lot shorter originally. I just decided I like going through all the things that they went through.
Yeah, but the thing is, like with each of these injuries, like I'd have been done for the night.
Oh yeah,
I would like,
hell yeah,
gone home, like nursed it, and
even
maybe.
the icy stairs. If I'd have just slipped and like grabbed on, I would have pulled something. You know.
Yeah, but he didn't grab onto shit. He went flying.
Yeah.
I mean, that iron to the face would have fractured a skull.
Mm-hmm. The third degree burns to his hand.
Harry went around back to the back door again, carefully opens it, triggering a fucking blowtorch that sets his head on fire. Marv limps out of the basement only to slip on the ice again. Harry, angry, kicks the door open and pursues Kevin into the dining room and into some plastic wrap coated with glue, which he then trips a fan that blows feathers on him. Which, I'll get to that, never mind.
That was funny, but it
didn't do anything, yeah.
It slowed him down.
Marv, sneaking through an open window, steps on glass ornaments with his bare feet.
Hey, funny story about that. You know what those ornaments were made of?
Glass?
Sugar. They were sugar.
Because he was actually barefoot.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. Marv and Harry meet to pursue Kevin up the main staircase where they slip and fall on micro machines. They then start to pursue him up the stairs when he flings a tied-up can of paint over the railing, first nailing Marv, sending him flying, and then Harry. Kevin calls 911. As they get to the top of the stairs, they're tripped by a wire, but Marv leaps and grabs Kevin's leg. But Kevin sees Buzz's escaped tarantula that I skipped over earlier and puts it on Marv's face, which causes a well-deserved scream, which was actually done with a real-life tarantula.
And he actually didn't scream. They had to dub that in later.
I read that he did scream.
He did scream, yeah.
He did scream.
He said that was real.
I read, well, he did scream, but it was done in 2 takes. He did the mouth movements with the spider on his face, and he didn't scream so as not to scare the spider and risk.
Spiders don't have ears.
Well, that's what I read.
I remember that, but then I read another thing just recently that said that he actually did scream. So you're right.
Yeah, they told him right before they put it on. They told him that because he said
scream.
his poison stinger is what he asked if they took the poison stinger or something like that out of.
There's something with tarantulas where the hairs or something.
So
irritates
the hairs can.
So before they put it on his face, they said we didn't take it out, and then that's when he screamed.
Dude,
he's gonna check it out, but seriously, that's what you're gonna find out.
I'll say this. I mean, in the middle of this, but I do not like spiders. But I've held a tarantula before. Mm-hmm. If I know I'm going to see a spider, I will be okay. I have to know I'm. But if I get surprised by one, nah, man. But I don't know if I could do one on my face. That's just.
If you close your eyes.
No.
But he did not have his eyes closed.
Well, I'm saying we can try this with you. Just close your eyes.
No, I'm good.
We'll put things on your face.
Yeah, I don't trust any of y'all to do that. Marv throws the spider
Probably
onto Harry
call.
and then beats him with his crowbar trying to kill the spider. Meanwhile, Kevin escapes via a rope from the attic to his treehouse. When Harry and Marv follow, he cuts the rope, sending them flying into the side of the house.
Yes, the man with 3rd-degree burns on his hand going to sit there and start going across the rope.
Yeah, he wrapped it.
He wrapped it.
He
Yeah.
totally wrapped it.
Yeah.
Okay,
This was after he iced it too. Like if we just want to like.
So when I was a kid, that was one of the coolest parts of the movie. Him on the handlebars,
Yep.
the bike,
Oh yeah,
sliding
100%.
into the treehouse.
Oh yeah.
I look back now and it's like there's so many ways that could go wrong.
Oh yeah. Well, if you look at the shot where it's looking from the thing to the house, it's slack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He'd have gotten halfway there and stopped.
Yeah.
Kevin lures Harry and Marv into a neighboring home which they had previously broken into. They ambush him and prepare to get their revenge, but Marley intervenes and knocks them unconscious with a snow shovel. The police arrive, arrest Harry and Marv, having identified all the houses they broke into due to Marv's destructive characteristic of flooding them.
Along with his admission to the police.
The wet bandits.
The wet bandits. So every kid wanted to booby trap their house, right?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, hell yeah.
I for like a month after this movie came out, I was super paranoid about people breaking into our house, and I would sleep. We had the staircase that had it was kind of like theirs in a way where it was a staircase, but it was open to the top, and so like there was a banister, and I would sleep in the hallway above the stairs in case someone tried to break in. I could like throw stuff over the at them.
Did you have paint cans tied to the?
Didn't have. No, my parents wouldn't let me do that because they were afraid if I did throw a paint can, it would
So your parents just told you to sleep by the stairs? Like that's okay?
No, I don't really remember how. I just did it.
Okay.
I think I probably would go to bed and then get up and go lay down on the floor at the stairs.
All right.
I'm not saying it was normal. I'm just saying I did it. All right. Let's clarify this real fast. The thing I was going to say earlier, the different levels of severity of these traps is pretty staggering, though.
Oh yeah, some of the ones at the beginning you might kill somebody.
Yeah, but I mean,
all the way down to being like feathered.
tarred,
Yeah.
tarred
Not
and
even,
feathered.
not even really tarred. You
Yeah,
just got
glued.
feathered. Yeah.
was
We
glue.
don't even know it was glue. It was probably because glue would dry. It was probably like cooking oil or some shit.
Well, he used a caulking gun onto the saran wrap and then put the saran wrap up that
Okay,
he walked
so-
into.
So
I
it's
find
caulk.
it. Well, you've got glue that comes in caulk guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Or
be-
it could just be grease, because you get grease that comes in those things too.
true. That's fair. Yeah.
So y'all know I love fan theories, right?
Sure.
Right.
So I'm a huge fan theory. So one of the big fan theories, because you mentioned all that up, is that Macaulay Culkin is Jigsaw.
I have actually read that before, and that is fucked up and makes sense.
Yeah, I could see it.
I love fan theories. The main reason why I love them is because like after you've done seen a movie so many times, it's getting kind of old.
Yeah.
That when you read about a fan theory, it's like, well, let me rewatch this movie now. To
Problem
see
is, it
this.
doesn't work on the timeline
How's that?
because Jigsaw existed way too soon for him to be like 50 something, 60 something.
Well, you don't know. I mean,
You do. I mean,
No, because
Wait, what now?
when did the first Saw movie come out? Mid 2000s.
yeah.
So if Macaulay Culkin was 8, he'd have been 30, 35ish.
Yeah.
When the first
he'd
Saw
be just
came
a
out.
little bit younger than me.
yeah. So I mean, it doesn't work, but
Because Jigsaw's old.
yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
But
then
you also
again-
enough.
don't know that for a long time in the movies either.
yeah, and you also
you know, in the first fucking movie,
you find out at the
He
very
wasn't
end.
that old.
He was.
I don't remember him being that old.
Yeah. He was the guy that was laying, not to ruin this movie, but he was the guy that was laying in the room with the other guy.
Yeah, but I didn't think he was that old. I thought he was,
No, he's
he's
old.
like 50s or 60s. Like,
but the
he
other
had,
thing
like,
is,
cancer.
does what's the movie? Jigsaw?
Saw.
Saw. Does Saw establish when, like, we assume it's current time, but it doesn't establish that it's not, could be 2025 or 2040 when, Kevin McAllister is
I don't think
50.
it's 2040 because like the technology. Like the cell phone stuff.
Fair enough. It's still a fun fan
yeah.
theory.
Yeah.
Now,
No. And you got other ones out there. You got the whole idea is that it's all in Macaulay Culkin's head.
Yeah. Have you
And that
seen?
he's just a over imaginative kid. It starts
Okay,
off with the
hey,
furnace.
So this actually supports your fan theory. The co-creator of Saw, James Wan, says it's a fun idea and says, I should have known all along that Macaulay Culkin would grow up to be John Kramer. So
Who is Jigsaw?
who is Jigsaw? So that supports the fan theory. So suck it.
Have you seen?
I love how the co-creator said, "Yeah, that's not really it, but yeah, like yeah, he totally could."
Have you seen the? There's a short video. It's like 15 minutes long, and it's Macaulay Culkin reprising his role as Kevin McAllister
Yes.
as an adult. And he's all fucked up, and he kidnaps the guy and tortures him and stuff.
I've not seen that.
Oh, dude, it's dark.
It's on
It-
YouTube.
Yeah, I'm sure it
Okay.
is. Probably, I don't know where it is, but he's like smoking a cigarette. And he's like, "Yeah, man, I got left at home twice." It's really dark, but it's funny. I think it ends with him like he's got, if I remember correctly, he's got blood on his face, and he does the scream again, like in the camera.
Oh,
yeah, a couple
nice.
of them. You got another one too where he just like does like, mirrors the scenes
Yeah.
and all that up to it.
Well, now recently he did a commercial
Yeah.
of him as an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, the top one. Yeah.
Text me that link. I'm going to look at it after we finish up.
What do you think is the most painful booby trap that they went through?
The nail on the foot.
No, the doorknob burns.
doorknob,
burns.
Burn on the
Yeah.
palm of your hand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
or the head.
Or the
That's-
head.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've been
because he
fucking
literally
burned
he was
so many
wearing
times.
what was that, a wool cap?
Yeah, beanie
or
or toboggan.
or toboggan. So you can't you
The
can't
Canadians,
assume.
real fast, I want to let you know the Canadians were making fun of me on the produce stand because I was talking about in that last episode of Letterkenny, Dirks walks in and he puts on the bro dude cap and he's wearing the beanie and I said we call him a toboggan, and they were making fun of me for that.
So he's wearing the
Did you
toboggan.
tell him fuck Canada?
He's wearing
trying to be nice. I
He's
was on
wearing the
the podcast.
toboggan and it gets burned off, right?
Yeah. or
That's probably
melted to his head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
That's
probably
pretty bad.
not full, like 100% wool. So it's probably synthetic and melted.
My thing about that though is, I mean, I get it's a comedy. He puts his head in, that thing starts firing, and I mean,
He stands there.
he stands there for a full like 4 seconds. Ah! Like,
Well, that's
if
the-
I
that's-
open the door and I hear and feel heat, I'm dropping.
That's
know?
the comedic
Again,
effect.
it's,
though.
get
it's
it.
that whole Warner Brothers type of
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
that they're going
And I mean,
with
he grabs onto the door handle for several seconds, long enough to burn an M into the palm of his hand.
Yep, it's fair.
And the falls going down well, maybe not going down the stairs. That could actually be pretty realistic. But all the shit at the bottom of the stairs where it's all
Slipping
comedic
and sliding, and he
effect.
finally gets his legs out. And
It's
then he
all
falls
comedic
and-
effect.
Yeah,
Right. And it's supposed to be that, like I said, that Looney Tune
Yeah.
type of style.
I get it.
I will say this. This is the first time I've seen this movie in several years.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the funhouse scene lasted a lot longer than
Mm-hmm.
it did. Because when I was a kid, I remember that lasting, like that was the majority of the movie.
That's what the whole movie is about.
I think when you were a kid and all the other stuff was irrelevant.
it's fair.
That was the only thing that was important.
Yeah.
So
But
that
watching
lasted
it-
such a long time because that's what was so
But
important.
watching it, I watched it, Thursday night, I think. It was 20 minutes?
10-minute scene, maybe
Yeah, well, I was going to say 20, but,
maybe 15 from like as they approach the house to going into.
So,
the
yeah,
other
but it was
house.
not a major part of the movie.
I mean, it is a major part of the movie. It's the climax of the movie, but it's not. Yeah, it's not a significant amount of time.
Yeah.
Of
That's-
an hour and a half long movie.
That's better said.
I think they spent more time showing how like shitty the family is. Seriously, than
Well,
him like
Okay, but
resolving the problem.
I'll say this. I mean, how shitty the family is, but he. Do you have to give credit to them for him being as self-sufficient as he was?
I think they were all surprised. So, do you really give him credit?
The
That's
family
true.
or him?
The family was surprised. Can we talk about how the mom had to ride back from fucking Pennsylvania to Chicago in the back of a fucking U-Haul van with a polka
With a
band?
polka band.
Man.
We haven't even touched on
That'd be,
that yet.
that'd be a
'cause-
long
'cause
fucking ride.
John Candy had one of the
Polka,
best
polka.
had one of the best stories in this whole movie. We left our kid at a funeral home all day. I mean, we haven't even touched on that.
All right, that's a 10.5 hour drive. That's in good conditions.
That's
Yeah,
not.
that
That's
was
not
in a-
winter. Yeah, that's Christmas time.
Yeah, that's
that
not
was in a
like-
blizzard, so-
yeah, winter blizzard kind of thing.
And the backs of those things are not heated.
Oh fuck
No.
no!
That's rough.
But you had all those people in there. There's going to be some body heat. So
Fair enough.
Yeah, all those old fat guys farting.
Farting.
I was gonna
Exactly.
say, I don't know, man. Polka, they're eating fucking Polish sausages and sauerkraut and
Probably
boiled egg.
why, so they can blow it up in there, keep it warm.
I've been blowing up toilets today.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, that's how you ripped your butthole.
All right, on Christmas Day, Kevin is disappointed to find that his family is still gone. He then hears Kate enter the house and call for him. They reconcile and are soon joined by Peter, Buzz, Jeff, Megan, and Lenny, who waited in Paris until they could obtain a direct flight to Chicago, like they originally discussed. Kevin keeps silent about his encounter with Harry and Marv, although Peter finds Harry's knocked out gold tooth. Kevin then observes Marley reuniting with his son, daughter-in-law, and granddaughter. Marley notices Kevin, and the pair wave to each other. Fade to black, and the credits roll.
Yeah.
Can we acknowledge like when the family arrived home, like the house was clean again?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
that fucking live-in maid.
that was my biggest issue with this. How clean everything was afterwards. I have an 8-year-old, and she cannot clean her room by herself. I have to go in there and go. That goes in your closet. This goes in your drawer. Like,
Yeah, but he had to do a lot of growing up in that short time period.
Yeah, he went grocery shopping.
so wait, you're telling me if I leave her home alone for 3 days,
Do it.
I'm
Do it.
calling
Do
DHR
it.
on you.
Do it.
I'll put a Ring doorbell in there. She'll be good. She won't even let me leave to go to the grocery store. She will not. Like, I've told her, I was like, you can stay. You don't have to go. Like, if Ashley's off doing something else, and I'm like, hey, I've got to go to the store, and she's like, watch TV. She's like, oh, I don't want to go. I'm like, fine, don't go. You can stay. Lock the doors. Don't answer the door if someone comes. You know, she has an Apple Watch that has a phone on it. She has iPads that she can use to call me. If there's a problem, call me.
You know, because you say,
Do you
like,
ever leave her at home? Has she ever stayed?
No,
So she won't do it.
no, she won't do it.
Here's the thing, because you mentioned that up about like you're calling DHR. I can remember being a kid and like at the age of like 9, 10, 11, and us just being at the house by ourselves.
Yeah, I know. I had an older brother.
Like for the like,
That's different times though.
yeah, no, that's what's so weird. That it's like we're in a different time to where it's like,
oh yeah,
there's no way in heck. Even now, even Ellie at the house, you're just kind of with her age and all,
Yeah.
you're just a little bit like, I don't know how comfortable I feel with her being there
Well,
all
and
day.
my mom and I have had this discussion many times, and even Ashley and I have had this discussion. Truthfully, we are currently safer now than we've ever been in any of human history.
True.
True?
It's just because we have social media.
Hang on. Why do you feel like you're safer now?
What do you mean? There is
What are you safer from?
Statistically, there is less murder, burglary, anything that could harm someone. It happens less now than it's happened in previous time.
Okay.
Do you agree?
I mean, without looking at statistics, I can go with it. I mean,
You'll stipulate.
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm not going to confirm, but I mean, I'll buy into it for now.
But the difference is from even the early 90s to the 80s when we were growing up, because I was younger than Kevin. I was younger than 8, and I would be like, bye, Mom. I'm going to go to my buddy's house, hop on my bike, and I'll be gone.
Yeah.
I would not let my daughter do that now.
Fuck no.
I don't know. And now, full disclosure, I don't know if that's because it's a little bit of sexism in that she's a girl, or that it's just because of no national media that's 24 hours a day always pumping,
Looking for the next big story.
before social media and 24-hour news, we didn't know when, little boy Johnny went missing in Idaho. But now we all hear about it, or if there's, a kitty diddler in Philadelphia, we didn't hear about it in our hometown.
Unless it was big time national news.
John, John Walsh's kid.
Yeah, or like
Adam Walsh, thank you.
what we listened to this week on Time Suck, the Ken and Barbie killers. That made national news or international news.
I don't remember that one specifically.
But as a kid,
it was
Adam-
early 90s.
I'm not saying it didn't. I'm just saying. But like Jean-Benet Ramsey, I remember that one.
Yeah.
But Adam was the big thing. when we
Adam
were
was a
kids.
big thing.
That was the major thing.
Yeah.
The kid in J.C. Penney's, wasn't it? Or was it Sears?
I think it was Sears.
Can't remember now.
Yeah.
But they were actually like at the arcade or something. The Walsh kid, he was like at the arcade or something, and a fight broke out, and the mall security kicked everybody out.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So yes, violent crime has decreased.
Right.
Property crime definitely is not.
Yes, I was about.
So,
But the whole point is, my argument is that we're safer now, but we still restrict our children more than we did when we were growing up.
Well, that's because you don't know who's on the other end of a computer.
Well, that and the 24-hour news cycle has, made us to believe that
There you go.
it is a much more dangerous world
I
than
completely
it probably is.
and I
Yes.
completely agree. But the problem, and even knowing that rationally as a rational person, knowing that, it still does not make me comfortable enough to go, all right, yeah, go down the street and go play.
Well, but I mean, here's the thing, though. Just because it is safer does not mean it is 100% safe. And, I would always want to err on the side of caution.
Yeah.
When you talk about, something, significant that could happen to your child.
Okay, but do you see yourself when Huck's 7 years old? Would you let him hop on a bike and go ride to a friend's house in, a couple of streets over from where you're going to be living, potentially?
I mean, on the street where my parents live, yes.
Mhm.
Because, it's controlled environment, cold sack, anything.
We're talking
right there
about
is,
couple
right
streets.
there.
Okay,
But I'm talking
yeah.
about a couple of streets
but,
over.
but I mean, I went the high school from where my parents live, so that's a couple streets over. It's you get on East University, you go down Green
Yeah.
Street, you down Terrace Acres, and then right there to the high school.
That's not a fair assessment because it's East University. So that's a huge, busy road.
Well, but I mean, it's one
seven-
section.
But
to,
it doesn't
get over
matter.
and
But it doesn't
get
matter
around.
what kind of road you live on, what kind of neighborhood you live on. Anybody can come by and snatch a kid.
Yeah.
Well, that could happen back then too. It's just what he's saying that
It
it's the
could.
social media.
It could, but you just didn't hear about it. Is what he's saying.
Exactly.
Well, but I mean, here's the thing. When we were growing up, it was always going to be the weakest one that got picked off, and I was never the weakest one.
Wow.
Little Darwinism there.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm going to agree with this sentence. We were never by when I was a kid. We were never by ourselves.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? There was usually a group of us.
Yeah, a pack of us.
There was a
Yeah.
pack. Yes.
Well, but see, I mean, yes and no, because I would leave my house to go to my friend's house. So I would be by myself for 10 minutes for that bike ride or 5 minutes, however long it took.
Yeah.
But see, I wasn't I had someone down the street,
Yeah.
a couple other people right there on that street, and
Yeah.
then we could go to
Oh,
someone
okay.
else's
Yeah,
house.
I was on a cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
But I had to go through my neighbor, we had a neighbor behind us, and I'd go through their yard and then on the street and then up and around to where my buddies lived.
See, when I was 8 years old, we had just moved to Opelika, and we were living in a rough apartment complex.
Came back from that Oregon Trail, huh?
We were living in that CNC apartment complex.
Is fording
You know
the
what I
river the
mean?
hardest part? Or
Hang on, which one?
CNC
Do what?
He's talking to you,
apartment
Tucker.
complex
It's
by the factory outlet.
It's not CNC anymore.
Yeah, but that's where we lived at though.
Damn.
When we first moved here. Well, we hadn't bought a house yet or anything. So that's where we first moved to
But you know what?
But back then, it wasn't like that.
I was about to say, from what I've heard,
Except for the back part of it.
from what I've heard, those apartments, I don't know, 25 years ago weren't that bad.
Yeah, they weren't.
It's
There was a lot of kids that lived in
fucking rough now.
All right. So let me do top pot. We'll do trivia and then we'll do our ratings. Good to go? You okay with that?
there. Sure.
Yeah.
Do we
Let's
have a
do it.
choice?
Not really. Okay. All right. Top
Then,
five
yeah, I'm
trivia.
good with it.
Is this
Yeah.
trivia or facts?
Yes.
Well, it's trivia facts of the movie, or parts of the movie.
So there's no questions.
It's just trivial facts.
Okay.
I mean, does trivia have to be a question?
I mean, I like.
I feel like yes.
I think so, yeah.
I like going to
Yeah.
trivia nights at the bar.
I feel like it has to be a
where
question
you ask me a
instead of
question
trivia.
and like we try and answer it.
Gotcha.
These are
Okay.
just trivial facts.
Well, but I mean, if you go on IMDb, it just says trivia,
Okay.
and you go and that.
Yeah,
and
so
it's-
you can-
maybe that way you
so-
can play trivia with your friends.
Yeah.
What, do you want to phrase it as a question we can play?
Not really. Okay, so
Oh,
number
I
5.
like that idea. I think we should do that sometime. Change your shit up now and let's do that.
Yeah, let's do it right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Okay, number 5. John Hughes developed a concept. He said, I was going away on vacation and making a list of everything I didn't want to forget. And I thought, well, I better not forget my kids. And then I thought, what if I left my 10-year-old son at home? What would he do? And that he imagined that children are naturally most scared of robbers. So that's the concept, the original concept of the script.
What is $1 million idea?
What is $1 billion idea today?
That's fair. Not to mention the sequels. That
What
spawned.
the fuck? Why do you have a Bell app on your phone?
Because I got a bell at work to ring for the people to come get their stuff out of my window, and they seem to take it out. So then I've learned I can put it on my phone and annoy the crap out of them that way.
I
All right.
respect this.
Number 4, an injury
I should
occurred.
have just said, "Don't worry about it."
Don't worry about it. Number 4, an injury occurred between Joe Pesci and Macaulay Culkin during one of the rehearsals for the scene in which Harry tries to bite off Kevin's finger, and Macaulay Culkin still has the scar. Kind of.
What is? We already talked about that.
He's on fire.
You son of a bitch. Number 3.
Home Alone for 300, Alex.
Number 3, the McAllister House, which is located at 671 Lincoln Avenue, and they use the real address in the movie, is in the North Shore village of Winnetka, Illinois, where Hughes's previous films, Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 16 Candles, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, She's Having a Baby, and Uncle Buck had also been shot. Go for it, Chris. Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
God, I hate you so much.
I would go with what is referred to episode 19 where we talked about this before during Breakfast Club.
What is? You right?
Number 2, this film spawned 5 more movies. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, which the whole cast returned, obviously. Home Alone 3, Home Alone 4, and then Home Alone, The Holiday Heist in 2012.
Whoa. Did you say the whole cast returned?
Most of the cast.
Okay. I was about to say, because the old man didn't make it back.
Yeah, but they got
got a
a
homeless
future
woman.
They got a future president in that movie, though.
That's fair.
And
And
then
he was the only one that wanted to help Kevin too. Damn it!
and they just released Home Sweet Home Alone in 2021. Jesus Christ.
That movie is garbage.
Probably.
What is that movie? Is
What
garbage.
is that movie is garbage.
I
I tried.
No points. No
that
points
was
are
terrible.
awarded. You have to answer You have to answer in the form of a question.
What is? You are homeschooled, so nobody cares.
All right.
Did you know that Home Alone 2, there was a sweet transvestite from Transsexual Transylvania there?
That's true.
Yes.
Yes, there was.
That's one of his top
It's
acting,
concierge.
by the way. That's like his second or third top acting they did.
And number 1, and we've already covered this, you buttholes. Joe
Why are you going over it?
Pesci purposefully ignored Macaulay Culkin so he would think he was mean. He wanted Macaulay to be scared of him and to give the best reaction while filming, which Culkin said worked.
Do you see how I annoy my employees with this?
I've got a bonus trivia as well.
Is it a question?
It's a trivial question.
No.
Oh, this is trivia?
I'll make you. Okay, I'll make it. When was the McAllister's house, which is actually the
What is a deli?
what?
McAllister's.
No, the house, which is actually was built and owned by the Abinson family until 2012. When was it built?
The inside of the house was done inside a gym.
True, but there was also it was
Right answer.
When was the house built?
When was the house built?
I'm going to go sometime in the 30s, 1936.
Okay. Got a guess?
37.
65. What is 65?
1920.
Tucker wins.
It was listed. Okay, here I've got another one. Then it was listed for sale for $2.4 million, but it only sold for less.
1.8.
Chris,
Holy crap. Hold on. It was listed for that much?
it was listed for 2.4.
In 1990?
2012.
Oh, in 2012.
2012. It was the owners, the original, the Abensign family built it in 1920. Their family lived in that house until it was sold in 2012. Listed for $2.4 million. How much did it sell for?
I'm actually going to go. I know you said it only sold for, but I'm going to go up higher and say it went for 3.5.
He just told you it was less.
What is? I don't give a shit.
Okay, fine.
Give me $1 higher than Tucker.
Okay, it's 1.585 million.
Tucker wins again.
It is
Suck it.
4,200 square feet of living space. The house has 5 bedrooms, including a 4-room master suite and 3.5 bathrooms. Also, this year in 2021, the owners recreated the Home Alone vibe and allowed Airbnb to book the house for 4 guests for only $25 a night, and the actor who played Buzz welcomed the guests to the home.
Oh, man.
Right?
That guy's hurting for work.
Yeah, he's got
Question.
nothing going on.
Did they repaint the inside of it to be Christmas colors like they did in Home Alone?
They rehung like green velvet curtains. I can send you the list or the link. I have a source.
They purposely made the house color red and green.
They made it look like what it did at Home Alone. Like
No,
David showed some
I'm talking
pictures.
for Home Alone itself. They painted it
Oh,
to
okay.
be Christmas colors.
Didn't know that.
So they give it more of that Christmas vibe.
Yeah. So, and I've got a link to that article that will be posted with the
Also, that gym that they did it in is the same gym from Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
correct.
What is a Slim Jim?
Oh, that's
right.
what you use to get in a car.
Okay, here we go. Final ratings and reviews. Starting
All right.
I don't dispute it.
Starting with Trey. Trey, what you got, bud?
Oh, this is 5 beer parenting. It's a 5 beer movie. It's a 5 beer resolution. I fucking hate it.
Really?
Oh, well, it's his rating. I mean, whatever. Steven?
I mean, like, seriously, like, who forgets their kid and fucking comes home? Kid's like, oh, I forgive you. It's all cool. I'm just glad you're home, Mom. No, fuck you.
It's a feel-good ending, but you have your rating, so
Okay. I mean, this is one of those movies from our growing up age of just nostalgia weighs heavy on this. It's got its flaws for sure. Watching as an adult, but it's still entertaining.
Today, Junior.
Fuck's sake, man! I don't have anything ready.
Okay, USA.
Jesus. I'm just gonna give it 2.5. I'm gonna go right down the middle.
That's fair.
Dick.
That's fair. I'll give you that. That's
I mean,
good.
it's fun to watch these guys get the shit kicked out of them by a kid.
but it's
It's terrible
unrealistic.
parenting. You're absolutely right, but it's fun to watch. Chris.
Me? Okay. So, I mean, for them to...
No laws when you're drinking White Claws.
It's been a minute. All right, we're running long.
All right,
We're in an hour 20.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go get my score. So I'll give it 3 beers.
3 beers.
Yeah, I'm going to go in the middle of the road there. It's not like something I can watch over and over again.
Yep.
But for the fact that they've tried their best to redo this, and there's so many references nowadays that it holds a place for everybody.
It does, absolutely. I mean,
Except for Trey.
Except for Trey. It's a great Christmas movie. Watch this along with Die Hard, and it's a
I
wonderful
don't know
life.
about a great Christmas movie.
I mean, you watch it every Christmas, don't you? We do.
Unfortunately.
I
That
do
doesn't
not.
make it a great Christmas movie.
Well, the best part, again, I'll be.
What's the best Christmas movie to you?
Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation. That's a good one.
We watch that every year with Ash's family.
That's
Christmas Vacation. I like A Christmas Story. This is okay. The best part, of course, is when they're getting the shit kicked out of them. I love White Christmas as well.
White Christmas. Is that your best one, though? I mean, is that your favorite one?
Shut up, Trey. It's a classic, man.
How about you, Tiger? What's your favorite Christmas movie?
Well, first I'm going to give my rating real quick.
Nobody cares. We
It
want to know
is.
what your favorite
It is
Christmas movie
it is a 5 beer parenting. But Steven's right, man. This movie is nostalgic, and it was a big part of growing up in the early '90s. Like I said, I remember my dad taking me to this movie, and I fucking loved it. Watching it now, it's completely implausible, but it is fun. So I gotta be a little nicer than all you guys, man. This is a 2-beer movie. It's not great, but it's better than average.
Fair enough.
So if you add up all the scores and divide by 4, it comes out to a 3.125.
So Trey's dragging us down again.
So Trey's dragging us down again.
So, what was your favorite Christmas movie? What is your favorite one?
Fucking Die Hard.
Saw that one coming.
You know, Bad Santa is underrated.
Agreed.
Bad
I
Santa's
don't
good.
think of it when
The
I think of
first one,
Christmas
I don't
movies.
even think I
It's
saw
like-
That's
that.
a good.
Yeah.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
What do you think? What's your favorite Christmas movie?
My favorite. That doesn't mean it's good. It's just my favorite.
Okay.
I watch every year. I watch Emmett Otter's All Joke Band Christmas.
What the fuck
It
did you
is
just say?
terrible, but I gotta watch it every year.
Emmett Otters?
All Joke Band Christmas.
I've never
What
even heard of
the
it.
fucking meth smoking Beulah
I mean,
bullshit
to be
is that?
fair, though, it is a Christmas movie. It's in the
Fair.
title.
No, that's fair. I mean, I'll allow it. I'm not going to judge you for it.
I
Either
will.
that
I
He-
will.
He hates A Christmas Story, and I love A Christmas
It's
Story.
either that or
I
I'll
do
be
hate A
honest with you,
Christmas Story.
A Muppet Christmas Carol.
That's a good one.
That's
That's
actually- that's
really
strong.
Good. That's
That's
a good.
strong.
That's a good one too.
Those are like my two. They're both Jim Henson, so
Really,
yes.
I didn't know that. I hadn't
But
seen the
yes.
second one though.
I do hate A Christmas Story.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, you're wrong, but
No, I hate it as well.
well, you don't. You hate everything.
You know,
apparently.
Babe is technically a Christmas movie.
I could see that.
The pig.
I could see that.
Because you get to have bacon at
Yeah,
Christmas.
Christmas dinner. I mean, seriously, that's what it says.
Interesting. All right.
All right.
Top 5. Is this going to break anyone's top 5s?
Nah.
It'll be in my bottom 5.
That's fair. No, it's not going to make my top 5 either. Okay.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's a
Ooh.
fun episode.
Ooh, Trading Places.
Yeah, that is definitely a Christmas
Yeah,
movie.
I don't think about that, but
Oh yeah,
very
it's
much.
fair. All right. Should have done this last week. We were coming up with a Christmas movie. Okay, so
Reindeer Games, told you.
Lethal Weapon's technically a Christmas
Oh, what is his
movie.
name? Reindeer Games with Ben Affleck? Yes, please. Okay, so next week we're going to be recording on Wednesday night. We're going to do a meet and greet. We're going to do a Zoom where anyone who wants to join us can join in. The link for the Zoom will be in the
Here's the problem. You're going to release this on Monday,
yeah.
and then most of our downloads don't really come like on the first day or two
He'll
after.
post up on Facebook.
I'm going to I'll post something on Facebook and I'll put something on Twitter. I'm not going to put the actual link. It's going to go in the Twitter DM group.
Okay.
But yeah, so we're going to record Wednesday night, probably about 7:00 Central Time. So we'll be 8:00 Eastern, and whatever that works the other way. You know, it'll be a little bit earlier for you, anybody on the West Coast. And it's just going to be us. We're just going to hang out and chat for, I don't know, an hour or two, see however long it takes. No real, I'll try to see if I can figure out some sort of structure, but just for us to hang out and meet some of our listeners. So if they have any questions they want to ask or anything like that. So other than that, you can find us on the web at theguysreview.simplecast.com. You can email me anything and I will read it poorly at theguysreviewpod@gmail.com. Instagram at theguysreviewpod, Twitter at _guysreview, Facebook.com/theguysreviewpod.
Trey, are you going to be verbally abusive to anybody that comes on the little group thing next week?
Yeah, fuck you, Matt.
Yeah. Try not
Perfect,
to
great.
say anything to get us shut down either, people.
Yeah, seriously. Okay,
Or
please.
person.
Yeah. Please subscribe, rate, and review us wherever you get your podcast from. Anyone got anything else they want to add?
No.
Send all pictures of your butthole to Trey.
Obviously.
Yeah, and y'all should find something better to do on Wednesday night and talk to us.
Let's hope for at least like 2 people.
I see 4 of us.
Yeah, well.
I'm
hoping Tucker won't be
I
here.
may not be here.
Sorry, I've got a key to his house, so we're good. All right, well, on behalf of Chris, Trey, Tucker, I'm Steven. This has been another episode of The Guys Review.